Today we're going to talk about blocking. Blocking is a very important part in boxing because you have always to be under protection, and you have always to protect yourself from hits of your opponent. So there are three main methods in blocking. First method is everything about position of your arms and legs. So first of all, you have to stand with your legs about shoulder wide, apart with your lead foot and hand, the opposite of your dominant hand. So, for example, the right-handed boxers will stand with his left foot in front and right foot behind, and his in his right hand will be behind, and left hand will be in front. So the second step is to bend your elbow of your lead arm. So you have always make sure that your elbows are bended, and place the lead fist on the eye level about 15-16 centimeters away from the face. So you have always to protect your face, your chin. The third step will be to make sure that your elbows are protect your rib cage. So you have always to stand like this and protect your rib cage with your forearm blocking torso here, and your fist have been placed next to the chin to block the jaw. So you have always to protect your face. Tuck your chin into your chest to ensure protection from hits of your opponent. So maybe I'll be like this. So the second method of blocking is maintain a defensive stance while punching. So the first step will be of blocking will be throw a jab with your lead fist while you're boxing. So if you're protection, you have to throw your jab, and it will help you to block your opponent's punches. You always have to keep an eye on your opponent and cover a chin and your mouth as much as possible. It will help you to protect. It will protect you against the counter punches of your opponent to your face. So you have always to protect, and you can just throw a jabs and move. It's everything about movement. So you have to be so fast, and your reaction must be very quickly. So you have a chance to avoid of your opponent's attack. The second step will be throw an uppercut by lowering your lead side of the body, so it adjusts your rear fist to be slightly higher than in the standard guard position to cover more of your head. So basically you have just to bend your knees, slightly to bend your knees, and throw an uppercut when you will have a chance. It will help, and don't forget about protection of your rib cage and your chin. And the third step will be is avoid the temptation to use your guard fist to punch. So basically, if you do a punch with your leading fist, you have always to think about protection. So you have shift your other fist to cover the unprotected area. So basically, if you are trying to hit your opponent with your right hand, your chin becoming unprotected. So you have to adjust your left hand to protect your chin and rib cage. So basically, it's like something like this. So the third main method in blocking is to move your body to avoid an impact. So again, everything is about moving your body. So you have to avoid a punch of your opponent. For this, you have to move to the inside of a punch to slip the punch. So basically, when you're punching, you can make a step forward, so the distance will be less, and your opponent will not have an opportunity to hit you. So basically, step back, and your opponent will not have a chance to hit you. Never attempt to move to the outside of your opponent's body, since staying inside the punch will allow you to counter attack. So maintain your guard on the side of your body being targeted with the punch, and move to the other side when you slip. So basically, you're moving step and moving to the other side. You always have to move, and it will be more difficult for your opponent to hit you and just to find you. You have always to be fast and quick. Your decision must be very sharp, and that will help you to win a boxing match. So again, everything is only about moving and positioning. You have always remember about to protect your chin, to protect your face and rib cage, and everything about moving. So now I'm going to talk about jab, hook, uppercut, and straight cross. These shots are mainly used in boxing match, so it's very important to know the technique of these shots. So first I'm going to talk about jab. Jab is a shot which you will use mostly all the time during the boxing match, and in that time when you need some protection and to win some time for your recovering. So basically what you need to do is to maintain your position like in a normal one. Your knees must be slightly bent. Your elbows must be stuck in your rib cage to protect your body. Your chin must be stuck a little bit down. And basically what you're using your weak hand, in my case it's left hand, to hit your opponent. So you can do a little bit of movement, step forward, hit, and you need to think about to fast recovering to your first position. So left step. Then using a straight cross. Straight cross is a shot. It's most shot which requires most power. So you will use your leading fist. In my case, it's my right. So basically, it can be like a combination of shots. First, it will be a jab, and then straight cross. And you always have to think about your protection and movement. So your legs always bended. You always have to be moved. You always have to do it very fast. Next shot is a hook. Hook is a shot. It's like when you need to slide. Your position must be a little bit more down, and what you need to do is just a little bit of movement and then trying to hit your opponent. So basically, it's like the aim of this hit is to hit opponent's head. And the last one is uppercut. Uppercut is a very dangerous hit, and you will not use it so always. So basically your knees must be a little bit bended as well, and movement down and then uppercut, and movement down and uppercut. Always think about your protection as well. So, and the last one I'm talking in is parry. Parry is a defensive position and defensive movement which are using almost every time in boxing match. So basically you have to take your defensive position. Again, your elbows, your chin, your face is always under protect. You're keeping an eye on your opponent, and when you see that opponent is going to hit you, you basically parry his hit by your hand, and then trying to hit him in like an answer. So basically what we're doing is like punch. It's easy. So again, movement, a little bit of movement, always under protection. Make sure that you're recovering position and fast. And you're parrying. When you parry, you're doing this like with your palm, and then after this, your face becoming again protection by your leading fist, and you're trying to hit your opponent back. Easy. So there are three tactics which I'm going to talk about today. There are three main tactics in the box. So first tactics I'm talking about is killing your opponent. So basically, this tactic is which all boxers would use in the start of the match. Basically, it's what this tactic is about is just to kill your opponent. So you will spend maybe 1, 2, 3 rounds just nice and easy trying to throw some jabs, to throw some uppercuts, just nice and easy without a lot of effort and power, to understand what your opponent is going to do, to see what tactic he used, and to understand like what tactics you will use. So basically just nice and easy around the ring, basically some light punches, maybe 1, 2, 3 more harder, just to kill your opponent. The second tactic is outside fighting. The outside fighting, it means that this tactic is used mainly by boxers who has long arms, and they are very tall, so they can keep their opponent almost all the time in the distance. So basically they just trying to keep opponents throwing jabs, throwing some straight crosses, some uppercuts, some hooks, and they just keeping his opponent on the distance, do not allow them to come closer. they're always in the movement, they're always, again, thinking about protection, again, body, chin, your face, and just jabs and trying to keep your opponent far from you. And the third one is inside fighting. Inside fighting is a tactic which we'll use mainly by the boxer who has short arms, they're not very tall, and they're trying to get closer to opponent because it's easier to them to hit them and to make more damage. So basically it's all about moving. You move step backwards, step forwards, and you're trying to hit your opponent and back. So just hop, hop, back.